There is power in new beginnings, and we can overcome fear to begin anew in confidence. Hi, I'm Natasha Pierre, and if this is your first time interacting with me, welcome to my channel. You're here with me on the ground floor because this is my inaugural video. I am a mental health educator, mindset and emotional intelligence coach, author, speaker, and a host of other things that you'll come to find out or discover as you journey with me. I am excited to have you watching, especially because this is a new thing. And today we're talking about doing new things. You know, one of my pet peeves, one of my irks, one of my icks is when coaches, speakers, authors, faith leaders speak about doing something new as if it's just like, making a sandwich. As if doing something new doesn't also bring with it a certain level of fear and nerves and anxiety. It does. Even for me, as I start this YouTube channel, listen, I didn't think about doing this last night. I've been thinking about this for months. But what did I do? I procrastinated with reviewing software and finding the perfect lighting and the perfect microphone and what editing software do I want to use. And today is, do I wear my hair up or down? What color should I use for the camera? None of those things matter. None of those things matter because at the end of the day, people just want your content. People just want your voice. That's it. So today we're talking about new beginnings. New beginnings, the fear that accompanies those new beginnings, and how we can begin anew, begin afresh, start something new with confidence. So let's talk about fear. Let's just deal with the elephant that's in the room. The reality is that when we're doing something new, there is a level of fear that can be present. Now, of course, there are some new things that we will embark on that we will absolutely enjoy, we'll be excited to get started with. When I moved from the Virgin Islands to Pittsburgh and moved to other states, I was excited about all of those moves. But starting a YouTube channel, why have I been so afraid to do that, especially when my degree is in broadcast journalism and English? Doesn't make sense, but fear doesn't make sense. Fear, when you're in that place, you're dealing with your amygdala. That's the base of your brain. That is your animalistic part of your brain that goes into fight, flight, faint, fear mode. And so you're not thinking rationally. You're not thinking, Natasha, you should be great at this because you've done journalism before. You're thinking, oh my God, what if no one likes my channel? What if no one likes my video? What if I get a bunch of negative comments? What if people say they disagree with my opinion? What if? We fear judgment. That's what we do. When we embark on something new, sometimes what stalls us, what keeps us in a holding pattern, is the fear of being judged. What if people don't like me? And what do I say to that? Well, hey, I was scared and I'm doing it scared. This video is going up today. Sometimes we are afraid of being overwhelmed. Initially I said I am going to do 3 videos a week because I've heard X number of people say that they do 3 YouTube videos a week. Well, immediately I started thinking, well, that can be overwhelming. And what if I can't do 3 videos a week because life starts lifing and then I start losing followers and then everything that I work for and blah, blah, blah. And then we start catastrophizing. I'm going to do 1 video a week. If I do more, I do more. If I can do a bunch and batch it out, great. But allowing the possibility, the potential to be overwhelmed, to stop me from moving forward, yeah, that's not okay. Sometimes what keeps us from moving forward isn't even our own voice. Sometimes we are afraid afresh because of the voices from our past, because of people in our past who were the negaholics. Those are the ones who are like, why would someone buy your book? Why would someone listen to what you have to say? Why would someone come to your event? Why would someone subscribe to your YouTube channel? What makes you think that you have anything to say? It's not even our own voice. But we pause, we stall, we procrastinate, we keep ourselves in a holding pattern because we still have that broken record of negative voices playing in our mind. Sometimes we are just afraid to move forward because we think we need more support. Initially, I wanted to start my YouTube channel with someone else. That way, we can motivate each other and we can pump each other up and we can keep going. And if one isn't, in the mood, we can pump up the other. But this was my work to do. I had to do this. And so the fear of not having support, the fear of not having help cannot prevent you from moving forward. Fear, whatever acronym you want to work with, is not enough of a reason for you to delay your purpose, for you to not walk in passion, and definitely not enough reason for you to keep stalling. So when I encounter fear in my life, what do? I gotta confront it. It may take a while, but eventually I do confront it. I remind myself that done is better than perfect. I remind myself that over my YouTube journey, my set is going to change. The lighting will be different. The microphones will be different. I'll have different hair. I'll have different outfits. This is a journey. Today's video isn't a destination. And where you are today, again, part of your journey. It's only a chapter on your journey, the entire book that is your life. So gift yourself compassion. That's what I do. I gift myself compassion. And I remind myself that, Natasha, the same compassion, the same kindness that you give to others, the same patience that you give to others, gift that to yourself. Let's talk about the power of new beginnings. There is tremendous power in new beginnings. I am a lifelong learner. I enjoy personal and professional development, and I can devour books and courses and webinars and seminars and documentaries just because I really enjoy learning. And new beginnings, regardless of what it is, whether you're starting a new relationship, a new job, you're moving to a new city, maybe you're embarking on a passion project, you're starting to write your book, or you're starting your business, regardless of what it is, that new beginning can be the fuel, the spark to ignite greater happiness, greater peace, greater joy, greater money in your life. As I'm starting this YouTube channel, this is my new beginning. And to fuel me through this process, I'm reminding myself of all of my past wins, all of my past successes that were adjacent to this. First of all, Natasha, your degree is in broadcast journalism and English. I think you're going to be fine with speaking. Second, you've been talking all your life. I think you're going to be okay. The only difference is you don't have an audience right now. You've got your microphone, but you're speaking directly to the camera. I think you're going to be okay. Back in 2017, January 2017, I started doing live broadcasts on Facebook. And I was thinking about that for about 6 months, but I was afraid to get back on camera because it had been so long since I had been in front of the camera that I was judging myself harshly. I needed to have the perfect lighting and my makeup needed to be perfect and I needed to have a different outfit. Well, I ensured January 2017 that I did my first video with my hair, minimal, if any, makeup, just a boring outfit, to ensure that anything in my mind that would prevent me from moving forward was erased, because I was bare minimum during that video. And I continued doing it right up until the start of the pandemic. And so now I'm switching from that platform to this one. I remind myself that, I used to teach communications. I remind myself that I am a mindset coach and I am a mental health educator. I remind myself of all of the questions that I receive via my social media pages. I remind myself of that too, just to remind me that, Natasha, you've got some content that people find valuable. So yes, this new beginning of starting a YouTube channel can be beneficial. And if for no one else, it's a creative outlet that's going to be great for you. New beginnings, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about remembering past successes and wins. It's about daring to do something different, daring to try. That's what we're talking about. New beginnings. There's some things that you want, that I want, that are not going to happen if we remain where we are. And so it is necessary, it's mandatory, it's imperative that we embark on our next new beginning, our next season. Take the next step. It's imperative that we do that because we cannot get to our there by remaining here. We've got to take the step. So how do we even begin to build the confidence? Well, one of the things I mentioned was to think about your past wins and successes. I tell my clients all the time, pull out your resume. Pull out your resume and take a look not only of where you've worked, but take a look at the roles that you filled. Take a look at all of the awards that you have garnered. Look at your education. Look at all of the things that you've learned to remind yourself that, you know what, I've got this. I am equipped for this next step, this next phase, this next new beginning. I am equipped. There's a saying that every new beginning comes from another new beginning's end. Right where you are today started with a new beginning several weeks ago, months ago, or years ago. And now today, you're at a point of another new beginning. You're here with me at the start of my new beginning. And despite the nerves, despite the fear, despite whatever anxiety might be churning inside of you, focus on how awesome, for lack of a better term, it's going to be when you see the manifestation, when you see your new beginning come to fruition. New beginnings, developing the confidence is to reach out to some of your friends. Now, I speak a lot, let me rephrase that. Talk to your tribe. I speak a lot about the difference between your family, your friends, and your tribe. Your family are people who share your last name, people who have your DNA. You were born and raised with them. They remember when you stole bubblegum in second grade. That's your family. They love you unconditionally. Then there's your friends. Those are people that you have shared interests with. Maybe you're in the same sorority or fraternity, you go to the same church, your kids play in the same play group or Girl Scouts, you work together. There's some common interests between you. And then there is your tribe. Those are the people who understand you fluently. Those are the people who get you. No translator needed. Those are the people who understand your passions, your gifts, your callings. They understand your moments when you are afraid, moments when you are angry, moments when you're stalling, moments when you're hesitant. They get it and they don't look at you differently. They're able to see you simultaneously as a person who's afraid of this new beginning, but also the same courageous, powerful, amazing human that you've always been. Your tribe. Speak to your tribe. Sometimes all you need to get started with a new beginning is to speak to a member of your tribe so they can remind you, listen, the world is waiting for your genius. We need you to get with it. I have a few people in my tribe that I speak to, and they have been on me to start a YouTube channel. They've also been on me about recognizing that that you don't have to be perfect to get started. Sometimes we stall, not out of fear, but because we're waiting for perfection. We're waiting until we have the perfect set. We're waiting until we have the perfect coach. We're waiting until we have the perfect insert object situation here. It's not coming. Okay? Stop waiting for perfection. Just get started. I promise you, there is at least one person that's waiting for what you know, that's waiting for what you have, that's waiting for what you are ready to offer. So connect with your tribe. Allow them to remind you of why sitting with your gifts, talents, and abilities, sitting with your information, sitting with your expertise is not doing anyone any good, including yourself. When you want to cultivate confidence, remember, pause to remember and plan. You know, a part of my doing this video today, of course, was self-serving because I wanted to overcome the fear, overcome the hurdle of getting started with this YouTube channel. But another part of it was just reminding myself of who I am, of what I'm able to do, of how many people I've helped, and how many more people I could help if I would just record the video. This is not hurting me in any way. I am here in my studio alone, and I'm doing this speaking directly to you. So here's what I want you to know. Number one, there is tremendous power in new beginnings. And if you feel that there is a new beginning that you are to embark upon, I want to encourage you to take that step. I want to encourage you to overcome the fear, to begin anew, to begin with confidence. Number two, done is better than perfect. No one is asking for your perfection. In my day-to-day life, there's no one that has ever come up to me and said, Natasha, thank you. Your hair inspires me. Your lashes inspire me. No, it's always the information. It's always the content. Remember who you are. Take a look at your resume. Remember your successes and your wins. Talk to a member of your tribe. Have them pump you up. Sometimes my tribe are greater cheerleaders for me than I am for myself. New beginnings. It is possible to start anew in confidence despite the fear that's present. Am I promising that every new beginning will be devoid of fear? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But sometimes you can be afraid and do it anyway. Scared? Do it scared. Push through. If you enjoyed today's content, please leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel because this is going to be more of the inspirational mindset shifting content that you're going to receive. And most importantly, if you know someone who is beginning something new, whether it's starting a new relationship, starting in a new state, starting a new job, whatever it is, and you think that this could be beneficial to them, share it with them. Share it with them. And I'll see you again next week.